Welcome everyone to another live post-game edition of 410 Sports Talk. I'm Glenn Martin here with my co-host James Haskell. DK's in the background helping us out. And wow. Ravens win their fourth straight. In the, I got to say, I don't know if there's been a win that made me feel less good than that, but a win nonetheless, keeping pace with the Pittsburgh Steelers. You won earlier today over the Bengals in a really kind of a rough game for both sides on that game. But yeah, wasn't the prettiest of wins, Jimbo, but an AFC North win on the road is always a good thing.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Glenn, but I do.
Do you have the wrong mic?
Oh, yep. Hold on. Thank you. La.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah.
A lot better? Is that
Yeah. It's just that la at the end was pretty high.
Well, that's let me all right, is that better?
Yeah, it sounded good. Cool.
Okay, cool. No, I do disagree with you on us having wins that have not instilled confidence or like uglier wins. I just want to remind everybody of something. Garrett, or excuse me, Garrett. Oh my gosh, what's his friggin' name?
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. There you go.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett and this defense is a really good defense that we played against today. Look, no excuses. We should have put more points on the field. We're definitely going to get into that. But I'm optimistic about a few things here, Glenn. So before we break it down, I just want to say, one, we found a way to win.
Yeah.
Two, Loop got it done.
Yep.
And look, the defense, of course, like who are they playing? But the defense did their job. They did what they were supposed to do.
Yep, they did. And look, I'll put another one on. We don't have to play Myles Garrett for the rest of this season. And thank goodness for it. Holy is that guy. I mean, Stanley's not a bad player, but he doesn't even touch Myles on some of those plays. Like, holy smokes, is that guy good? He is scary. But yeah, a win is a win, no matter how you got to get it, even though this was not pretty. And we're going to dig into it because, I mean, look, we always know it's going to be a tough matchup playing against Cleveland, especially in Cleveland, but the conditions didn't help with 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts. They were affecting things. But most importantly, just that offensive, the Ravens' offensive line. I mean, look, they had a tough match, but
they're so bad, so bad. We thought, it's going to get worse. Yes. Left guard, right tackle. They all had terrible tape. Did you see Rosengarten getting thrown? My goodness, Glenn, it was just so bad. I mean, you talk about a demasculating type of play. Holy crap, dude! He made him look like a ragdoll.
He did.
Absolute ragdoll.
Yeah.
Like he was a couple pounds.
Yep. Ravens O's Nation, everyone gets an F, but we won. P.S. Denver beat Kansas City. Yeah, I got it up on the screen. Shout out to former Raven Will Lutz for booting the game-winning field goal. And, yeah, putting them to 5-5, which equals the Ravens record. So, yeah, it's crazy to think that Kansas City might not make the playoffs this year, but it's a very real possibility after today's loss. But, yeah, I mean, left guard, right tackle. Another game where they're just an absolute mess. Yeah, I mean, they were bad. Jimmy, do you want me to, let me see if I can share. You want me to try?
Sure. Go ahead. What do you want to share?
I'm going to try and share.
Okay, but while you do that, Glenn, can I just say something else?
Please.
Shout out to Mark Andrews, dude.
Yeah, for real.
Shout out to Mark Andrews, who everybody wanted to get rid of. Look, I'm not going to lie and say I wasn't there after the Bills game. But I also am going to say it didn't take us long to come back around. And there's still plenty of people who are coronating prematurely one Isaiah Likely.
Yeah.
Isaiah Likely was not look, I'm not going to say and rag Isaiah. I like Isaiah. But my point is we needed Mark to win this today. He became our franchise leader in yards today ever. For
soon to be catches as well.
And so, like, let's stop poo-pooing who Mark is as a football player, right? Can we just, like, end that now?
Yeah. I mean, look, everybody thought he was old and slow. He didn't look slow on that 35-yard fake QB sneak run to the outside. And shout out to Pat Ricard for paving the way, which was wonderful to see. Asmodeus Thanatos, shout out, being a member for 15 months. The dude is an absolute GOAT. He's a legend. Says this game was as ugly as I thought. I said 20-13. Yeah, you almost got it. I mean, holy smokes, this was a bleep show of a game offensively. It was a great game if you like defensive football, because holy smokes, both defenses absolutely showed out. We got to see our first glimpses of rookie Shadeur Sanders, who, I mean, look, he was in a tough situation. Your first NFL time is getting thrust into the game midway through. But man, it's not a whole lot that you can kind of go, wow, that's encouraging. I mean, but again, tough scenario. Let's see what he does if he actually gets a chance to practice with the first team reps all week, and let's see what he's got. But this was not a good start for him. JP Bug says 89 bootleg was Monken's play call of the season. Yes, it was. And man, like I said, did he look fast on that one, Jimbo?
He did. Tell me about it, man. He looked quick, and man, I'm weirdly excited about the win we got today.
Like,
yeah. What did they call that play? What did the Baltimore
I don't know.
breakout? The Baltimore breakout, the tush push. Now we got the Baltimore break. Dude, that was it felt like it took 5 seconds for him to pass the yard to gain.
Yeah.
Like his spin, and then it was like a deep loop. You know what I mean? Like
gone.
Like, dude. Okay, but then once he got past the line, I'm like, whatever. Everything else is gravy. And I was like, dude, he's gonna score a touchdown here.
Yeah. It was impressive. And a great timely play call after running up the middle.
That's exactly what I said. It was ballsy. Dude.
It was, because if they penetrate there and tackle him for a loss, then he looks like an idiot. Let's get into Tone the Virgo says, never thought I would dislike the 95 number so much. I forgot how stressful these division games are, and I didn't know delay a game on defense was a thing. Yeah, it is a thing. Usually defenders will use it when offenses are in hurry up. They'll kind of lay on the ball, take their time getting off of it to try and take some extra seconds off the clock. That was just a bonehead dumb play by Kyle Hamilton to punt the ball out of frustration because he didn't get an interception. Stupid play. I mean, almost what are you thinking? Like, you didn't think that was a problem to punt the ball? You idiot. Like, that was so dumb. Now, luckily, he had a fantastic game otherwise. I thought he played really well. He got banged up a bunch of times. I kept thinking he was going to exit, but he stayed in the game and kind of toughed it out. But that was a really, really dumb play. Terrible play. But yeah, let's get into some of these stats here. As you can see here, let's start with the good guys. Lamar Jackson, 14 out of 25, 193, two interceptions, sacked 5 times, quarterback rating 47.5. What'd you think about Lamar Jackson? That first interception, completely not his fault, but not his best showing today, albeit completely under duress every moment.
Yeah, it's hard to say a ton of good stuff about Lamar's game today. I outside of saying bad things about Lamar's game, credit the defense, dude.
Yeah,
you got to credit the defense. I know I already did that, but I think this is what I'll say: the chances that Lamar had some semblance, I'm not even going to say a clean pocket, a semblance of a clean pocket. He did deliver the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, what I would like to know is in advanced stats, how many times did he throw the ball properly planting his feet?
Yeah.
Every other throw was a jump throw, a skip throw, and not that he has to do that. He wasn't doing it unnecessarily. Mm-hmm. He was doing it because how else is he going to get rid of the ball? So for me, the problem was, it wasn't so much that, Lamar had an off game, and that's fair. But it was compounded by the fact that the offensive line is just garbage. You said it, Glenn. Our left tackle can't even touch the guy in front of him. Can't touch him. Lamar Jackson was scared to death.
Yeah.
Today. So it's a struggle for me to just grade Lamar and say, he had a bad game. He had a bad game, but who didn't have a bad game in front of him?
Yeah, who wouldn't have had a bad game in those scenarios? I do wish I think there was a couple sacks that I wish he would have gotten rid of the ball, even if that means throwing the ball away. Certainly on plays when you're rolling out to the right, you really shouldn't get tracked down by the backside defender, because it's pretty common that you're not even going to block that guy because you're running right away from him. So there was a couple plays I think he could have made better decisions. But, yeah, I mean, with that offensive line and that pressure, I mean, it's hard to imagine anybody would have done anything better under those circumstances. So, just thank goodness we don't have to play that damn defense the rest of the season. I'm pissed off that Garrett is going to still be here for many more years, and he didn't take some contract to go join an NFC team and get the hell out of the North.
Seriously.
Don C says, typical NFC North slobber knocker, or I think you meant AFC North slobber knocker. Great win Steelers still suck. Yeah, I mean, they do still suck. Joe Flacco threw him a gift on that pick 6, and then they had the fumble, scoop, and score. By the way, Jamar Chase, we're not Ramsey guys on this show, but Jamar Chase spat on him and then lied about it in post game. It was clear as day on HD. Like he spit, and it was like a right on. He deserved to get hit in his chops.
It's the most disrespectful thing.
Yeah, that was
so disrespectful, man.
Unbelievable. But yeah, I'm still.
Why is that a thing?
Steelers. Because it's you're trying to hurt the person. I mean,
But
guys,
it also, I feel like it makes you look less like a man.
Oh, he should. I hope he gets absolutely fined. Like, I hope he gets 50 racks taken out of his pocket.
Yeah, man.
Let's make it a point to make sure people aren't spitting on each other. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I don't even mind Ramsey. Like, if I was the coach of the Steelers, I'd go, you did what you had to do. You kind of did what you had to do. I mean, you'd like ideal scenario, turn the other cheek and all that, but dude spits on you with that freaking loogie he came at him with. You got to defend. You got to kind of hit him in the
Hey,
shot.
Glenn, between the 3 quarterbacks I talked to you about, I think I picked the right one, right?
Yes. Hey, well, look, I told you. I told you. Yeah, you did pick the right one. You asked me that earlier. Heck yeah. I mean, Brock Purdy had a fantastic return to action in comparison to
thank goodness
to those other guys. But
really quickly? What's the deal on Rodgers' injury? Do we know?
Left hand is all I heard. It looked like he got hit with a helmet as he was getting taken down. So I'm thinking maybe some sort of broken something in there. Helmet to one of those bones in the hand would be my guess. But let's get back to it. Derrick Henry, 18 carries, 103 yards, averaged 5.7 with the touchdown. But let's be honest, 59 of those yards came in one run. So you take that away, and he was 17 for less than 50 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So not the great. And again, this is not a Derrick Henry issue. We've been saying it all year.
Right.
It's not because he's
clearly
washed.
not.
No, it is an offensive line issue, no doubt about it. It was nice to see some carries go to Keaton Mitchell. That was kind of nice to see. Show off his speed and also get him the ball in the passing game a little bit. Star runner of the day, of course, Mark Andrews, 35-yard touchdown. Lamar had a couple early scrambles, but he had the first play of the game. They do a design run for him, which I thought was kind of interesting when he missed Wednesday's practice with knee soreness.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the last time we saw that. So wonder if he's still kind of feeling the effects of whatever knee injury he incurred against the Vikings last week.
They did point out, and I don't disagree with them. Lamar seemed to have a step at the beginning of the game where he was kind of rushing a little bit and seemed aggressive and things, but it did change.
Yeah,
that's fine. I mean, I trust Lamar's instincts in that he saw something different and he didn't think it was the best move.
Mm-hmm.
But here we go, Glenn. Remember I told you I have coworkers going off in the chat. Oh boy,
getting ugly. I mean, look, NFL fandom will do that to you, Jimbo.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's see. Asmodeus says he is less of a man. I've seen soft character from many NFL players, both current and past. Yeah, I mean, look, there's just no excuse for what Jamar Chase did. I hope he gets his pockets ran through by the NFL, and I hope it's the biggest fine he's ever seen. I
agree. And also remember, for any of you that have kids, remind them to not model their character after athletes.
Right.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, they're not always role models, even though we hope and wish they would be because they're on TV.
Few and far between.
Yeah. Now there's some, like I would think Lamar's character is one I would be proud if my son.
I love about him. It's one of my favorite things about Lamar Jackson. Manny says, really felt like Bateman's absence threw us off. Monken was in his bag with that Andrews call. Too close, but we got it done against a division rival. Yeah, I think that's what it is at the end of the day. I think something important to take away from this game is that we stubbed our feet multiple times, and we still found a way to win. We dug deep, we innovated mid-game, or I'm sure this play was installed, but we made the right call when we had to, and we got the job done. And honestly, winning in a myriad of ways is what you need later on as you've seen teams more than once as you get into the playoffs and things like that. And that's what the Ravens did today. It doesn't really matter as much who the opponent is as much as how you got the win in this instance. I know it wasn't perfect, but we got the dub. But what do you think about Bateman's absence? I agree. I like seeing Hopkins out there more, and I do think he can kind of fill that void. But I do think Bateman's absence was was felt a bit today.
Yeah. I mean, he's a great route runner and has the ability to uncover against man coverage. And we knew they were going to be aggressive. Schwartz is always aggressive, and why wouldn't you be when you have that front and those corners behind him, that secondary behind him? And yeah, it would have been nice to have another guy who can uncover against tight coverage, and he would have been a welcome sight out there. I mean, you can see on the screen here, not a lot of receptions for the outside guys. Zay Flowers leads the way, 3 catches, 78 yards. Had the 45-yard catch. Well, surprised. Denzel Ward caught both those guys from behind. He caught Zay from behind, and then he was the guy who ran down Derrick Henry on the 60-yarder from behind. So shout out to Denzel Ward for showing hustle out there today. And really their whole defense. When you know your offense is that bad, when you know your team is going nowhere near the playoffs and you still play that hard, you got to credit those guys on that side of the ball. Mark Andrews, like you mentioned, 3 catches, 32 yards. Seems like he made a bunch of big catches, like only 3 catches, but I mean, they were all big catches, all much needed. And then the run on top of it, much needed as well. Keaton Mitchell, 2 catches, 23 yards, had a long of 17. We talked about needing chunk plays. They got a few. Jimmy, to kind of help flip the field a little bit because it's tough sledding against those guys, man.
Yeah, no kidding, man. It's the passing game was interesting today because everything really we could go back to the offensive line though, right? Like it's so easy to go back to them as far as I'm not trying to blame them for everything, but yeah, it was to your point, it was tough sledding, absolutely tough sledding today. I want to shout out Kyle Hamilton really quickly though for the post game quote of the day. I don't know if you saw this.
I didn't see it. What did he say?
Said we need to get 89 more touches in the run game.
Yeah, well, I hope he apologized for punting the ball too, because holy smokes, that was and then Hummel, why are you off sides on a punt on 4th and 4 to give their drive life? You end up giving them a field goal out of that. Like what the hell? And look, as long as we're on special teams, LeJohntay, look, I know it was windy and it's not easy to catch punts in the wind. Let that ball bounce. He caught the ball at the 2, which you should never do. And bailed himself out by getting to the 21 on that play. But then if you can't get to the ball, let it bounce. You don't try and catch a ball when you're sprinting up to it. Like we just had a lot of mistakes, and special teams almost cost the Ravens on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, no, it took us how long to get a lead, Glenn? It felt like all the way until that point you could finally breathe for a second and say, okay, here we go. Yeah, a lot of costly mistakes today. That was rough.
Yep.
Yeah, and DK mentioned it. Keaton Mitchell, of course, dropping the interception was bad.
Yeah, people were still trying to find a way. I saw online, people were trying to attempt to say that was a Lamar Jackson fault.
Oh, gosh.
What the hell? What kind of mental gymnastics do you have to do to convince yourself that was Lamar Jackson's fault? The ball hit him right in the freaking face.
Yeah, that's insane. That's
terrible.
Yeah. Now I know let's see. Midiral says, honestly, the Browns playing us is always their Super Bowl. Surprised we won and we could have folded. Why do we run so much out of shotgun? Shadeur, LOL. Well, and look, Glenn, I told you I wanted to see Shadeur.
Yeah, I bet you did. He went 4 of 6. Hold on, let's go back up.
Stoked. I think he had a 13.5 QBR or something like that.
Yep, 13.5 rating.
There we go.
I saw him throw 1 good ball today.
He did.
Out of 16.
He did. And look, of course, he was not in a favorable position, but
no. Tough sledding.
Yeah, and you know what? But I was happy to see him out there. I couldn't be more excited. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know why we run so much out of shotgun. Maybe because Lamar likes operating out of shotgun.
I think it's just to give the deception of that Lamar might keep it.
Yeah, that's fair too.
In a lot of ways is really what it is. But yeah, I think Derrick Henry is effective both ways, but I don't know how much it matters because the guys up front just don't open holes up. It's pathetic. I mean, it's absolutely pathetic how bad this offensive line is, and we aren't willing to shake things up at all to any degree, even though we have options that, again, cannot be worse. Cannot be. I refuse to believe that Ben Cleveland would have a low light tape like we see out of Falele every single week, dude.
I agree. 100%. I do not understand and never will until Falele is never a Raven. or is not a Raven any longer. I will never understand it. But Eric DeCosta, don't be fooled. Draft, use all that draft capital. I think Ravens fans would be happy. You take 6 swings at the offensive line. Nobody's going to complain.
No.
Bug says Garrett can sit by Joe T at the Hall of Fame with no rings. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's going to be.
And it's his own fault.
Yeah.
He chose to stay there, buddy.
Yep. It is what it is. And good luck with Shadeur Sanders. Tom Votto says, guys, be honest. If Gabriel remains in that game, do you think we still win? I think we still win. I don't think he was that much better. I think that what changed was the scenario. I mean, yeah, I guess they got more aggressive with Shadeur. I think we still win the game.
I think we would have had a tougher time. I think it's fair to. I mean, Dylan Gabriel was not lighting the world on fire. No way, no chance. But he's just had far more experience to this point. He practiced with the first team all week. I mean, if you flip it and Shadeur had that opportunity and had all these starts under his belt, then I think Shadeur would have been the better option. But at that point, I think we did benefit from having Shadeur come into the game. He's 4 out of 16 compared to 7 out of 10 for Dylan Gabriel. I mean, there's no statistic here that you're looking at, or even the eye test that tells you that Shadeur was more of a threat than Dylan Gabriel. Not that Dylan was a huge threat again, but Shadeur he's just in a really tough position, and he's got a lot of things he's got to work on. I mean, we knew going into this game, he struggles to make quick decisions. He holds onto the ball way too long. And what's that lead to in the NFL? Typically sacks, negative plays, or errant throws where the guy was open, but you're not throwing with anticipation. So the guy's not open anymore. And unless the guy's wide open, which, by the way, he did miss a guy wide open in the end zone, that left corner. He overthrew him. It could have been the game-tying touchdown. But, yeah, so I think I'm not so sure, Tom. I think Gabriel, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't think the outcome is any different. I think he throws another interception.
We'll never know. JP says Browns started with 5 quarterbacks and have 0 answers.
God.
And didn't they get rid of Huntley?
Yep, their best quarterback.
And they traded away
Joe
Joe Flacco.
The 2 best quarterbacks.
Get them out. We'll take these guys. They still have Dorian Thompson, Robinson, Johnson, however many names these guys.
Oh, Dominic Trice says, sick of our red zone issues play calling. This is one thing we've got to get into for sure. Yeah. 104 today, under 50% on the season. We led the league with 74% last year. Line is obviously a huge part of it. And that's the thing, Dominic. I mean, we got to talk about it because it is a problem. But I also think the solution is easy to get to. Is we have no push. No push up front. The only time I saw Falele do anything today was when Zay Flowers had already helped Derrick Henry get in the end zone. And then Falele said, I got it. I'll pancake Derrick Henry in the end zone already. Nice work, Falele. That was a great idea. Tons of value add there. You, my friend, are not good. Yeah, that was bad, man. I'm wholeheartedly with you here, Glenn. I was so hopeful that Falele would take a jump this season and confident that would happen, but this is it, man. This is good as it gets. And there's no way that Ben Cleveland is this dang bad at football. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe it.
But like Dominic says, the Ravens led the league last year and seemed almost like a cheat code in the red zone. What's different about there's no McCary, but I don't think anybody thinks McCary would be the big fix if he was still here and Voorhees wasn't. So it's like, why are we so much worse on the offensive line this year than we were last year? Like, Falele has regressed. No doubt about it. So my take is it's got to be the technique we're coaching. Like, what is George Warhop doing? Is he teaching? I mean, I watch film breakdowns. I watch what these guys are talking about and how they're not using inside hands. They're grabbing too much on the outside. It happens so often that it's almost as if it's a taught technique and not just failed technique. Like, it's really head scratching to see a regression when there's not a lot of changes up front. Like, you'd expect these guys to have gotten better with experience, with time. Instead, they've gotten worse. It's not like they're old. Like, Falele's not getting too old.
Well, and I mean, look, there's 2 things that have happened on this offensive line that are materially different than last year. So we talked about Rosengarten. He just simply isn't playing as well. I hate to say it, but McCary's also not on this line, and he was getting butchered last year.
He was.
But wouldn't we rather have McCary today?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I mean, I just don't know if he's like, if we put him in there, all of a sudden we're back to 74% rate.
No. But to your point, we're at least not backward.
Yeah, we're backward.
Like, what if we were at least equivalent to last year? Last year we weren't in 2019.
No.
Right? People still complain. We had plenty of problems, but man, we were light years ahead of where we are today.
I think Warhop's got to go. Martavius says it in the chat. Warhop's got to go. I think he's there's no explanation as to why this offensive line is this bad, unless you're just telling me it's poor technique. And I don't think it's just they're forgetting the technique being taught in practice. I think they're being taught bad technique. Donovan Carter, Art and Design says Harbaugh, Falele, and Voorhees all sniff from the same glue bottle. Oh, my days on earth. 77's doggy fudge. And if I have to watch another game of him doing the fusion dance the ground, I'm gonna scream. I mean, you guys saw it. Just pull up X. This dude is somehow, it's like if he just stood still, he'd be better. It's almost like he's actively trying to get out of their way. Like, it's like, oh,
that's what you're supposed to do in Australia.
Excuse me.
That's
Sorry.
how football works. Yeah.
Like, what? He's got his back turned. Like, too many guys are on their ass all the time or on their belly on our offensive line. Like, you're that big. At least stay on your feet. I mean, they have no balance, zero athleticism. It's pathetic. And then, yeah, like, how has Roger gotten weaker with an offseason to prepare? He looks weaker. His play strength is negative.
Right. Yeah, he looks weaker. He looks. Remember when Mark Andrews went from year 1 to year 2? Remember the physique difference?
Dude, he was jacked.
Like, I expect that. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that's too high of an expectation. Maybe that's why Mark is who he is. But when a guy comes in looking like Rosengarten, clearly looking, the word I would use to describe Rosengarten is doughy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't look totally out of shape, but like anywhere you could touch his biceps and it would be doughy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's a weight room warrior. That's for damn sure.
Like, come on, man. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good one, Donovan. I like that. I think there was another one that popped in there, right, TK? Yeah. CJ Lavender 193 says it's insane how awful this O line is. Not only they're awful, but in a year with an absurd amount of injuries, none of them bums ever get hurt. They stay healthy. Let the others have a chance. Well, look,
you gotta give him credit.
Yeah, I guess. I want Ronnie out there. Well, listen, the reason that Falele doesn't get hurt, he doesn't touch anybody. Him in the corner's got the cleanest jerseys after every game.
Well, I don't know if they're clean. His back's pretty dirty.
Look, when Nate Wiggins ends the game dirtier than yours, you got a problem.
Yeah, you know? I mean, it is insane.
I want to see some gashes in your helmet, dude.
Yeah, I want to see some dents. He don't have no dents in his helmet.
Crooked fingers, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You ever seen Baldy up there directing traffic on television? His fingers pointing one way. The other ones, they're at a 90-degree angle.
Throwing up gang signs, brother.
Seriously, I want a little bit of
inadvertent gang signs.
Gosh, dude, Marshall Yannick could come back at 180 pounds that he is now and still be better than Falele.
Oh, I'm telling you, Jimbo, this is not hyperbole. I could be better on some plays because some plays he just gets out of the way. I'd at least make him run me over for if you give me some pads. Give me one play. One play.
Just stop at least a millisecond, right? Like at least.
Yeah, like he's like, excuse me.
Or at least stay on your feet too, right? Like at the very least.
No, I would definitely get destroyed. But my point still remains. I think I could be better on some plays because I'm not going to actively get out of his way. Let's see here. If you look, only 17 first downs. Shout out to Don C. 5 gifted memberships. He is an absolute legend. No doubt about it. Thank you, Don C., for your generosity. Appreciate your support as always. 0 first downs from penalty, 9 through the air, 8 on the ground. I mean, look, the Browns only 10 first downs all day long. They were 2 out of 14. The Ravens not much better, 5 out of 13. But the big 1-for-1 on fourth down efficiency, biggest play of the game by far. Only 60 plays. Keep this in mind, Jimbo. On the same day that your Kobe Brissett set the record for completing 47 passes today, Lamar only attempted 25. Brissett completed 47. Holy smokes. 351 yards. It didn't feel like it. It really didn't. It did not feel like we had 351 yards, but I'll take it if they tell me that that's what they had. let's see, 167 through the air. Only 81 combined passing yards between Shadeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. I mean, shout out to the defense. Yes, they were playing a terrible, terrible offense, but they made them look even worse than they are. They were able to bottle up Judkins to some degree. I thought he had let me see, what did he do today? He had 17 carries for 59 yards, only averaged 3.5. That's a win as far as I'm concerned. Judkins is a heck of a running back. We saw it on a couple occasions, but ultimately we're able to bottle up their run game, which was really the first key to beating them today.
Dude, and can we talk about Cheeto and the play in the end zone?
Had that arm in there, bro.
What a play. Now, I want to say two things. One, the non-call on Tylan Wallace was ridiculous.
Yes.
Because the guy ripped his arm down.
He did.
That's how you play. That's how you defend the pass appropriately while you're not looking at the ball. And Cheeto, or inappropriately, excuse me. And Cheeto did it exactly right.
Yep.
Technique was perfect. He split the hands, finished well, ripped the ball out. Man, because that was the moment where you're
Yep.
And you wait to see what happens, and boom, he rips that ball out. Wow, what a great play by him today. That was really cool to see for sure. Reverie Sports. All right, Reverie Sports. Myles Garrett and the bad O-line is the only reason Browns were in the game. Ben Cleveland must really be bad to never play. It's wild.
I refuse to believe.
Yeah, I don't think he's that bad either.
There's no way he could have those low lights, dude. And same with Corey Bullock. There's no freaking, or even to some degree, Emory Jones, even though I haven't seen a lick of him. So that was, totally just forecasting. But yeah, there's no chance that Ben Cleveland could be worse than him. There's just no chance. And prove us wrong. Throw him out there. Prove us wrong, man. Like, there's just no way he could be worse. There's no way.
No, you're right.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't even know what to say about it, dude.
Marcus Orr says, might have been the ugliest win in B-More history. Still, the issue is left guard, right tackle. Yeah, it's going to be that way for the rest of the year. There's no way they're going to get better at those. They're just not. They're not going to get better.
What are your suggestions on the goal? What, like, trying to get push in short yardage scenarios in the goal line?
New players.
Any others?
You can't. I mean, you can try and be as creative as you want, but if you can't block the guys in front of you, first of all, the most important thing in the red zone is running the ball. If you can't, if your running back's getting hit 3-4 yards behind the line of scrimmage on every freaking play, it's pretty hard to run the ball. And then you see what they have to do. Otherwise, they have to roll Lamar out, which cuts off half the field. And then as soon as he decides to plant, because he might want to hit the backside guy, he's getting absolutely destroyed from the unblocked defender from behind. So it's like, you can try and be as creative as you want, but if you can't block the guys up front, there's not a whole lot you can do from a play design perspective. You just can't.
Crap.
So it's like, unless you want to mix up the personnel, which they seem unwilling, or I don't know what the issue is, then I don't see a way of getting through this. You just hope they get better. They're not going to get better. These are who these guys are. They've gotten worse from last year. So how can we expect them to get better from week 11 to week 13, 14, 15 when they've gotten worse from 2024 to 2025?
Yeah, dude. I don't know what you're 100% right. I really don't know what the answer is here. I was hoping to hear more from you than what I had, because I don't have one. I don't have an answer. I don't know what we can do here. If a guy like Derrick Henry can't get a sliver of hope, a sliver of an avenue, we're talking like England style alleys, right? You can't fit a car. You can hardly fit a bike, anything. If Derrick Henry, one of the best of all time, getting it done, can't get enough to work with, then who can? You know what I mean? Who can make it work? My only other suggestion here, Glenn, is, and I understand why we wouldn't want to do it and why he wouldn't want to do it, but I don't know. Maybe we run Lamar a little more inside the numbers.
Potentially.
Maybe
another
we
blocker.
Wait for the playoffs, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, anything there to, I don't know, man. I just don't know.
I think Tanja's right, man. We miss Coach D, man. And look, I mean,
it's true.
Can't control what happened there, of course, but I think his presence not being there is being felt more this year than I thought it would be. Like, it's been bad. Always blessed. Gifting a membership. Shout out. Appreciate the generosity and support. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, if they don't use some of that, like Joey says, they don't use some of that massive draft draft picks that they have then on the offensive line, then I mean, like, I don't care if you have to reach. Oh, this guy he'd be the fourth best guard. We could get the best. No, throw a bunch of shit at the wall.
Yeah, if you
Something's
feel like
gotta
you're
stick.
reaching, it doesn't matter. If you
No.
because you just do it at all ends. Reach and get your value picks. Do all of it.
Yes.
Right? Who cares? Because
Yes.
ultimately we need to solve a problem here. Right? Like not everything, we talked about this before. Not everything can be seen purely as an investment. Sometimes we just need to solve a problem. Solve a problem. Like shout out to Victoria, Doncey's wife on her birthday. Big shout
Happy
out from
birthday,
the 410
Victoria.
family. Yes. Blessed to see another one. Birthdays are great. This time of year is great. So excited. Marcus Orr says, in short yardage situations, put Pat at right guard, Kohler at left guard, and Anderson at right tackle. Sure. Honestly, whatever you got to do. I mean, you can tack those guys to the end of the line too, I guess, right? But if you want some inside push, I don't know if they honestly would be any better except Pat. But whatever.
Pat's about the same size as those guys.
Well, not Falele, but I know your point.
Yeah. Nobody's as big as Falele.
Nobody's as small as Falele either, apparently. Jeez. Blake Oliver said, let's put Ricard at right guard. He would pancake some people.
He'd be a hell of a puller.
Yeah, whatever you got to do, man. I don't know.
I just don't get it, man. I would love to get some truth serum into John Harbaugh and just run a compilation of horrible plays from Falele and go, how can you put up with this shit? How can you continue to watch this on tape and go, all right, 77, you got him, and send them out there again? Like they're so bad. And then the combination of him and Roger, like he is single-handed. Like Falele is making Roger worse. It's like, it's so bad, man. It's so bad. Warhop's gotta go. Get him out.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I think the only short-term solution, unfortunately, is 8 keeping the ball if we got to rush it.
You're probably right, because at least it puts another blocker up in front. I mean, but I don't know if his health, I don't know if we want to do that.
Right, that's what I'm saying, right? You save it to the playoffs or something, or, and you just keep what's his face? Ricard in the backfield.
Yeah.
And, anyway, there's a lot of stuff. Anyway, Kieran Martin says, Jim, John have recruited 77 since he was playing rugby in high school. Falele will always be a hardball guy. Yeah. Well, we got luck. We got it right once with Haloti Nada, of course. Now he was a football player already. He didn't convert from a rugby player.
Great football player.
Great rugby player too.
Yeah.
I saw tape of him playing rugby in high school. I coached at his high school. I coached lacrosse at the high school he went to. And the kids showed me some of his high school tape.
Just mauling people.
It was what I would consider it as is illegal.
Yeah.
Like truly, like
that's assault.
Yeah, I mean, it should not be fair. I mean, think of a high school him against a high school me.
Yeah, that's cheating.
I'd
be like, that's cheating. I'd be asking for birth. If I was on the other team, I'd be asking for birth certificates.
Everything.
I'd be asking for whatever. I'd be grasping at straws.
But the thing about Haloti is then he'll lean over and help you up. Sorry. You know what I mean?
After he puts you in the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Blue Eli says, I'm happy that Zoe made adjustments to Shadeur. Having Lowe, I think, was a season changer. What say you? Justin Fields, you're next. Wait, who's Lowe?
Lohe Gilman.
Oh, dude, tell me about it. The stability that he provides, the back end there, and the defense in general. And of course, then he allows Kyle Hamilton to do his thing. Shout out to Kyle Hamilton for actively getting a stinger.
I know,
and then just saying
through it.
I'll just figure this out. Dude, it's so cool because you can see him. Look, I'm not Kyle Hamilton. I haven't had a stinger before, but you can actively see his brain like, okay, how do I continue to move and work and function while going through this, right? Like that was really cool to watch. And did you see how they tried to switch to put him? I think that was to help him out. Like, and he's like, no, I'm good. Like,
and then he rushed the passer.
Yeah, like that was really cool to see. But to your point, so this is my question, Glenn. I do have this question about the defense. Do you believe that as a standard, as a default, they need to be applying the pressure like they were today more frequently? Of course, now Shadeur goes out there and all of a sudden it's like the floodgates open, right? But should we be doing more of that in general? Because we've always talked about how good our secondary is.
Yeah, well, at least the investment is there that says that you should be able to lean on him.
Right, theoretically.
Yeah, I think in games when you're playing quarterbacks like they have been playing as of late, J.J. McCarthy, Dylan Gabriel, Shadeur Sanders, and then next week if Justin Fields is their quarterback, then yeah, you should be bringing the absolute noise. But I don't think you can just say a blanket statement about everybody in the league. Like I don't think you should rush every quarterback like that. But certainly the ones who are young, the ones who are susceptible to hold the ball too long, then yeah, don't bail them out by rushing 3 and 4 guys when their biggest problem is they hold the ball too long. Let's go after them. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to go down, if you're going to try that soft coverage early and it's not working, then absolutely go down swinging. Don't go down sending 3 and 4. Go down. I'd rather you go down swinging and going after the quarterback's ass. Lean on that. You spent all that money and all that draft capital. Let's lean on them a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Something, man.
Draymond. Let's see. Padrag McAdam says, I probably messed that up. Payra McAdam 176. Appreciate that. Oh, is that a pound? What is that?
That's €5, baby.
Okay, there we go. Shout out to you. Draymond Jones is jumping off the screen. I'm seeing 41 all the time when quarterbacks are under pressure since he's arrived. He's making a big impact overall. He is. I thought there was a couple ones where I wish his pursuit would have been a little bit better. I thought, I know Shadeur spun out of a pressure from him early, kind of deked him out there, but absolutely. There's no doubt he's making an impact, and it's not just what he's doing, it's what he's allowing those around him to do. It's allowing, KVN to become more of a flexible player and kind of bounce him around the defensive line. So, yeah, it was a good addition, no doubt about it. But we still got those same guards up front on the offense.
Not excited about that. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Blue Eli says MG and 4. TJ going to be bad. Yeah. Myles Garrett had 4. Yeah. TJ's going to be bad. I know. Hopefully, they can find a solution to the problem.
Yeah, he's no Myles Garrett.
No, he's not.
He's good. He's very good. He's great.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett is a freak show.
Yeah.
There's a jump. It's a jump to get to Myles Garrett. It's a leap. But by the way, it looks like Aaron Rodgers broke his wrist.
Did he?
On his non-throwing wrist. Oh, there we go. Perfect timing. JP Bugs. Rodgers may have a broken wrist. Yeah, just got the alert. Now, it's his non-throwing wrist, but he can't play with a broken wrist, whether it's non-throwing or throwing. So that's going to be interesting to see if he's forced to miss. Now, we still don't play him for a little while, but it might be for a little bit. He's from Ireland. It's pronounced Paulrig. Okay, my bad, Paulrig. Irish version of Patrick. Got you. From Ireland. I've always wanted to visit. One day, Jimbo, one day, get me on a plane. Right now, is it okay to fly?
I mean, in October, I flew 8 times. So
I know, but I saw those jets lined up on the.
I know. I consider myself lucky.
It was like 30 planes lined up back to back, and the pilots are talking. Call your congressman.
Yeah.
Treat you to a pint. Now, let me ask you this. Am I drinking this a warm pint or is this going to be a cold pint? Because we drink it cold over here. I don't know if I want a warm beer.
What I would say, Glenn, is that you just roll with it wherever you go.
I would roll with it, but I'd be smiling. But in my head, I'd be like, dang, I wish this was cold.
But you never know. Everything.
I've drank warm beer before, Jimbo.
Warm beer here, but maybe warm beer there is different.
Oh, he said cold. Okay, I'm there. Let's go.
That's all it takes, huh? Glenn's on the plane.
It helps. I have one on the plane, though.
I'm sure you'd have more than one.
Oh, yeah, I'd have a few. Yeah, I'd have a few.
You just want to, first time flying, just rip the Band-Aid off and go right over the big old pond.
Yeah, that'd be it. I bet that's a long flight.
It's a flight, that's for
I'm
sure.
sure a layover, at least one, right?
Well, I mean, I guess you could fly from up here to New York. I'm sure there's one from DC direct. But I'm saying, you're going over that water, no place for a layover.
Well, that's a good point. You mean to tell me there's not some island in the middle?
Floating,
yeah, just a floating gas station.
Oh my god!
Warm beer and brown socks.
No. Let's go. Let's get it over with.
Yeah,
That way,
look,
by the time you land, you know it's done.
just give me a little happy pill,
Yeah.
you know, and I'd be skipping onto that plane, dude. That's what I had to do. That's what I had to do when I had last. It's been a while, but I had to go to a dentist. I'm not a fan of needles. And look, I had to go get some dental work. The doc said, here, take one of these before bed, one of these before you go into the office. I skipped into the dental office with one of those. I don't take normally anything. So when I take one of those puppies, they work. Let me tell you.
This would be my concern. Okay, guys, this would be my concern. You guys might not know Glenn as well as me, but Glenn's pretty good at making friends. So my concern is Glenn takes one of these, right? You're the person that's on the plane with Glenn. I could totally see you taking the flight attendant's like speaker, and you're just everybody. You're in like a uniform conga line or a dance or a.
Oh, we'd be having a good time.
Something is going on. Glenn's up there just cracking jokes, like you know.
We'd be having a good time.
Oh, that would be insane. Woo! Good time, though.
Zooted, absolutely out of my brain. But look, whatever it takes to get me to Ireland. I mean, look, I do have a leprechaun tattooed on my arm, okay? My last name's Martin. Mom's maiden name, O'Brien. We're talking a lot of Irish, okay? I need to get out there. Look, he said it's only a 4 to 5 hour flight.
Well, only? You want to be, I mean, sure, if that's your first flight, but, like, there's way shorter flights, bro.
Pharmaceutical bliss. Yes, Nancy.
I'm just saying, it's like that's a long flight for your first flight, and you're over water and all that.
But I've heard of like these crazy 18-hour flights and all that shit. Like,
yeah. LAX is that length, right? Like from here to LAX.
Is it really?
Yeah, 4 to 5 hours, 4:20 to 5:15, depending on which way you're going.
I gotta get a globe to sit. You know, I always wanted a nice globe to sit on my desk. It'd be nice to have one right now. Okay.
It would.
Or just a flat, right? Because the Earth. Never mind. I know. I've never been on a flight, guys. Look, it's not because I'm scared. Although I did punk out when Jimmy tried to get me to go on that little plane. Jimmy tried to have my first flight be one of those 2-seater sightseeing planes.
4-seater.
All right. Okay. And I punked out. Yeah. And then Jimmy sends me a video of him flying that plane.
Yeah, he let me fly. It was awesome. It was great.
Crazy.
Next time, though.
And I had to look like a punk in front of my son. Like, no, I won't. I
really thought that I could persuade you.
I'm pretty hard-headed, man. I'm not peer-pressured type. People can't peer pressure me, you know?
Yeah, I really thought that I could persuade you. But you know what? This is always next time.
Maybe.
You know,
maybe get a bigger plane. Yeah, maybe a plane that doesn't like, I mean, a swift breeze. I mean, we might be in trouble. That thing looked like a paper airplane.
I was weird. I actually did not. I mean, I guess it was really calm, but it was great. It was super smooth, super easy.
I know you were flying.
Yeah, it was great, right?
He let you fly the plane. I mean, enough said.
That's true.
You know, like, oh shit. Oh god, I'm trying to ban these spam things.
Oh, nice work.
I've been doing it all. That's the third one I've had to ban. What the hell is going on? We haven't had those in a while.
And so the Ravens start winning. That's the thing.
He says closer to 7-hour flight. I don't know who to believe, the guy from Ireland or the guy from here. I don't know which one, if he's ever been here. Maybe he hasn't. Maybe I'll believe Hockey Fever here, who seems to know. Maybe he's done it.
Let me just verify this for you.
Yeah, pull this up, dude. We're not even talking about the game anymore. Look at this. We're just talking about flying. This is insane.
Okay. Shortest total travel time, around 9 hours on one stop for a minimal layover. Let's see. Oh, flight time is about 7 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, so total flight time, about 7 hours. Travel time, about 9.
Yeah, I might need a warm up to that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's fly to Pittsburgh first.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. Let's take in a Steeler game.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Or like fly down to wherever.
The Carolinas. Let's go to the Carolinas.
Yeah, that's an hour flight to Raleigh, North Carolina. Hour 40 to Charlotte. Like,
I can handle that. I might not even have to take a happy pill for that.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I did want to quickly give a big call out to Keon Martin. I thought played pretty good ball today. Had a sack. Had 3 total tackles. I thought he was more than serviceable in the absence of Marlon Humphrey. He obviously thrust into a much bigger role, playing a lot of nickel, and I thought he played really, really well. He ended up with a pass deflection on top of the sack and tackle for loss. So, yeah, shout out to that guy for being not only an undrafted rookie who made the team, but now he's making an impact in a big-time division win on the road where he was tested. Not the most talented offense. I think that's fair. But again, an undersized rookie, burst into, kind of thrust into his biggest action by far of the season. And he played really, really well today. Didn't see an issue with him whatsoever. Also, I thought, every game since he's been asked to do more, I've seen Brent Urban pop off the screen. And it's not a lot, but it's at least one play a game. And Brent Urban's not brought here to pop off the screen. He's brought here for depth, to eat up blockers, maybe get a hand on a kick once a year because we're using his 6'7" frame. But that guy's been popping and making plays. And I think we got to at least give that guy a little bit of credit. Kyle Van Noy gets back in the sack column today after being really, really quiet. Even though he's been making some plays, he hasn't been making statistical counting plays. He does today, gets the big sack as well as a 2 quarterback hits. So, and then Kyle Hamilton leads the team in tackles, gets a sack, has 3 tackles for loss and 2 pass deflections. I mean,
it's funny. I've heard 3 people say 3 different people as the leading tacklers for the Ravens: Teddy Buchanan, Kyle Hamilton, and Roquan Smith. I've heard all those 3 names today. Is it Kyle Hamilton?
What, for today? I mean, I have it right here.
Oh, for today, for the season. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just meant for today.
I see. Okay.
9 total tackles, but he also led the team with 6 solo. So, I mean, I didn't really hear Roquan Smith's name other than that great pass deflection that he had against Njoku to seal the game. Oh, my gosh. These freaking spam ads, bro. Get them out. Get out of there.
It's crazy. No, but you're right, Glenn. I mean, to your point about, I think in general, what you're saying is a lot of guys are playing above their previously required roles.
Yeah.
And it's fun to see. I like seeing Brent. I mean, we love Brent Urban, right?
I mean, he's on every episode of Wired, and with good reason, because he's got, infectious personality, enthusiasm, Yeah. Love seeing the guy. And, I didn't realize, until I watched the last Wired, how much Alohi Gilman's added to this team from a vocal standpoint. This guy's brought a lot, as far as his enthusiasm, him, communicating on the back end, making sure guys are in the right position. This guy was a much needed addition. Now the question is, Jimbo, and I think it's going to be a real tough. It's going to be a tough question. Is if Ardarius is back now. Back, moving around. You see him on the side of practice. What are they going to do when that guy's 100% healthy? Or is this year no chance for him to be 100% healthy?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's very little chance he's 100% healthy, but I also think that Ardarius, I don't know. I think you have to find ways to try and see him on the field and what it's like with, gosh, how many secondary players can we roll out there? That's the thing.
Right. How many safeties?
Right. Exactly. Our pass rush is already horrendous. Then you're going to take one of the smallest guys in the NFL and put him out there. Now, coincidentally, he's one of our most physical players.
Yeah.
One of our most sure tacklers. So, and he's a decent rusher, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's good at hiding it because he can hide behind bigger guys, sneak in there.
You remember when Ed Reed used to do that?
Oh, yeah.
He would duck down real low.
So good.
Yeah.
You know what I thought? I actually brought up when I was watching the game with my father and brother. I said, imagine, and this is just completely, fantasy world, but imagine if we would have had Kyle Hamilton and Ed Reed on the same team.
Holy crap.
I mean, the way they would have complemented each other's games. Holy shit.
I know.
Were they glazing Sanders? I didn't really hear much glazing, John Jay. I could tell you this. Again, tough scenario, not a good cast around him. Tough.
Stefanski already said that if Dylan is healthy next week, he's starting.
I could see why he would do that, but I didn't see anything out of Shadeur that changed my mind about what I thought about him, which is he doesn't process the information quickly enough and he holds the ball far too long. So people are like, well, he throws a better ball. There's so much more into being a quarterback than how pretty the ball is when you throw it. That's as far as Tom Brady didn't throw the most, he didn't have the strongest arm. He didn't, he was very accurate, but it was his decision making, his ability to absorb what was happening in front of him and make the quick snap decision was what made him the GOAT. It's not because he had the strongest. I mean, if that was the strongest arm game, Will Levis would be the MVP right now because nobody in practice looks more impressive than Mr. Mayonnaise. I mean, Will Levis can zip it with the best of them, but he can't process. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's a big problem with Shadeur. He just his processing speed and his ability to get the ball out of his hands is just so slow right now. It's going to be tough for him.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, Glenn, the AFC is wide open. The Baltimore Ravens are 5-5.
4 in a row, baby.
And let's see, the Steelers are what, 6-4? They won today, right?
1 game ahead. Yep. With a broken wristed quarterback now.
Right.
Mason Rudolph show with the stash.
This is the chance for the Ravens to really hit the gas and start dropping people. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
And I don't just mean in the division. Of course, we want to win the division, but let's make a statement in the AFC, right? It's wide open. I know that there's teams that are, that are way out in front. Yeah, the Broncos and otherwise, but really, as far as true contenders, if you're telling me right now, even with what I saw today from the Ravens, if say we win the first playoff game and we're the lowest seed left, you're telling me Denver has to fly here and play in M&T Bank and they're the number 1 seed? They don't want any
we'd have
of
to
that.
go to Denver.
Or sorry, right,
Yeah.
right. So, but even if we go there, they don't want to see the Ravens. I'm not scared of the Broncos.
Well, I'm a little scared of their defense. Their defense is really good. And again, we just got done bashing our offensive line for about a half hour. That part would scare the shit out of me. I'll be honest.
Yeah, and I still think that in a 1-game
but their
series,
offense doesn't scare me at all.
Yeah, and I think in a 1-game series, we still we get it done. Even I do agree with you. I mean, their defense is great. Sertana's out for the rest of the year or a while.
I don't think he's out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I know he's on IR right now, though, I believe.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be back in the next couple weeks. But yeah, I mean, their defense is really, really good. Their offense is serviceable. Bo Nix is athletic, can move, but they don't scare you. Dobbins, the injury, I think hurts him, even though Harvey's a good running back. They got Sutton on the outside. They got Troy Franklin, who kind of burst out of nowhere, who's making catches that nobody thought he would be putting up. But look, they got Sean Payton, who's known for being an offensive genius. But of course, most of that genius was when he had Drew Brees at quarterback, which helps. Yeah. He was maybe the top 1 or 2 most accurate quarterbacks in the history of the league. So that makes you look a lot smarter as a coach when you got that guy under center. But yeah, to your point, though, the best teams in the NFL or in the AFC right now are the Colts and the Broncos, and they have Bo Nix and Danny Dimes.
Bring it. Bring it.
Yes.
I'm not scared of those guys. But I think that's it for us tonight, folks, right? I'm sure there's some stuff we missed. We'll dig deeper into the tape, reaction, stats, press conferences, and otherwise going into, halfway through the week. And then, of course, we'll get you prepped for this Jets game. But that's it for us tonight, folks. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.
See you.